Welcome back to Kwaba TV, or Kwaba, whatever you would like to call it. You're in for a treat today. I'm going to be doing a read-along of Satoshi's Vision, The Art of Bitcoin, written by Craig Wright, forwarded by Paul Demetrito. Man, that word's hard to pronounce. His last name is just hard to pronounce. So basically what I'm going to do in this video is do a read-along of this book. I'm going to do it in parts. So the first part that I'm going to come out with this time around is the forward of this book. If you haven't already got a copy of this book, the first thing you want to do, if you love him or hate him, go and buy yourself a copy of this book from Amazon.com and look for the title, Satoshi's Vision, The Art of Bitcoin, and purchase it. It's going to only cost you around about $10 to $15 to $20. I bought this one for, I think it was $17 in Australia. So go ahead and get yourself this copy. But I'm going to be reading this or do a read along of this book live through my channel on Kwaba. So if you don't have the money to go and buy the book, well, tune in and I'll definitely go through the chapters piece by piece. But without further ado, let's get into it. So this is the book by Craig Wright, which is Satoshi's Vision, The Art of Bitcoin. It's all the legal stuff that you might want to read. Another good resource is Craig Wright's blog, which you can find at craigwright.net. He's got all future and historic blog about Bitcoin and his version of events on how Bitcoin came about. So as I said, we're going to go through the forward today, and we'll get that loaded up. And without further ado, let's get into it. So love him or hate him, you can't ignore Craig Wright. I've been interviewing some of the most influential people in the crypto industry for a little over a year when I first had the opportunity to speak with Craig. Our first interview was conducted on video for inclusion in the second edition of the Crypto Factor interviews book. But it quickly became obvious that to tell Craig's story, it would need a book of its own. Since then, I've conducted several more interviews with Craig and used them along with Craig's published blog posts and papers to compile this book. In Satoshi's Vision, The Art of Bitcoin, Craig explains how the pseudonymous persona of Satoshi Nakamoto came about, where the original idea of Bitcoin came from, and why he stepped down from the public interaction. He talks frankly about his original vision, and how Bitcoin as we know it today differs from that, concluding with his plans to bring the original vision to fruition and what that means for the future of Bitcoin. I cannot say that I agree with Craig on everything. We have had some lively discussions, but despite his prickly public persona, I've always felt comfortable in expressing my opinion with Craig and have nothing but the utmost respect for him as a person and an entrepreneur. Craig has a vision. That vision may or not square with your vision of Bitcoin. It is or should be. He has opinions that may differ from yours and really holds back expressing them where his life's work is concerned. Agree or disagree, you will be a fool not to listen to and understand Craig's arguments, because Craig Wright is in the game for the long haul. He expects establishing and perfecting Bitcoin to keep him busy for the next 30 years or more. By that time, he hopes you will be using his invention daily without even being aware of it, like plumbing. Craig also has some startling and controversial predictions for the future of cryptocurrency in general and Bitcoin in particular. While it may be said that only time will tell whether Craig's predictions will turn out to be true or whether the market will lead in a different direction, those predictions are based on extensive knowledge and experience and participators in the field ignore that at their peril. I would encourage everyone already involved in the cryptocurrency industry or considering investing, developing, or working with it to read and consider Craig's opinions and beliefs, and to keep an open mind. Por Democratio. So there you have it, Satoshi's Vision, the first part of this read-along series where Craig talks about some controversial predictions of the cryptocurrency. So if you're new to Bitcoin and you want to know more about Bitcoin and who the scammers are and who are not the scammers from Craig's point of view, and someone that's been in the industry for many years, this is definitely the book you want to get a hold of. If you haven't already got this book, like I mentioned in the start of this video, do go to Amazon.com and download yourself a copy. You can get it on Kindle for a few bucks. I think it's around about $10 to $20 for the book, but it is definitely an eye-opener, and you will be quite surprised on some of the things that Craig does discuss in this book. So that is the first part of Satoshi's Vision, the art of Bitcoin. I hope this has been of some value to you. If it has, please like and share it. Give me some questions in the troll box or in the comments below if you like. I'm going to be reading this book part by part, and as I go through the book, it'll be in sections. It won't be all in one go, so I'm going to read it as the chapters unfold. So thanks for